Aguero! Staggering! Just staggering! He's won the league with 90 seconds.
Houston, Texas, June 14th, 2026. Germany versus Curaçao, World Cup opening night. The stadium was electric. The world was watching. And then Kai Havertz stepped up to the spot. Calm, cold, composed. He rolled the penalty in before halftime. Then in the 88th minute, he struck again. Germany 7-1. Brace complete. Night over. FIFA named him the Michelob Ultra Superior Player of the Match. But behind that trophy, behind that smile, there is a story most people have never heard. This is the rise of Kai Havertz. Most people watching last night thought they already knew Kai Havertz. Arsenal player, Germany regular, big transfer, big expectations. They knew the name, they knew the jersey number. But knowing a name is not the same as knowing a story. Because behind every composed performance on the world stage, there are years that the cameras never captured. Years of commuting in the dark, living away from home as a teenager, carrying the weight of an entire nation's expectations. This is not the story of a footballer who had it easy. This is the story of a boy who had to earn every single moment. Kai Lucas Havertz was born on the 11th of June, 1999, in Aachen, Germany. A historic city, sitting right at the border of Belgium and the Netherlands. He grew up in a family where football was not just a hobby, it was a way of life. And the most important person in shaping that love for the game was his grandfather. It was his grandfather who introduced young Kai to football, who placed that ball at his feet for the very first time, who showed him that this game could be something more than just play. At just 4 years old, Kai joined his grandfather's local side, Alemannia Mariadorf. His grandfather was the club chairman. Football was truly in the family's blood. His family supported him at every step, believing in him long before anyone else did. But gifted players do not simply rise without resistance. For Kai Havertz, the pressure came early, and it came hard. As his career grew, so did the expectation. And with expectation came criticism. There were difficult spells, phases where the goals dried up, where pundits questioned whether he was truly worth the faith placed in him, where fans grew impatient waiting for the version of Havertz they had been promised. Big moves, big money, big stages, and sometimes big disappointments. Some players crumble under that weight. Kai Havertz chose to grow under it. Every setback became a lesson. Every difficult season became a foundation. Every critic became motivation to come back stronger. That is the thing about real players. They do not disappear when things get hard. They go quiet, they work, and then they come back. After Alemannia Mariadorf, the young Havertz moved to Alemannia Aachen. A step up, a bigger club, more competition. But the real turning point came in 2010. Kai Havertz was 11 years old. Bayer Leverkusen came calling, one of Germany's biggest clubs, one of the most respected academies in the country, and they wanted him. Havertz himself later said that Leverkusen were the club that made the biggest effort, with him and with his parents. That trust meant everything. But joining an elite academy at 11 is not glamorous. It is hard. Every day, young Kai commuted from Aachen to Leverkusen, school and training, back and forth, day after day. Long journeys, early mornings, tired evenings. Eventually, he made the full commitment, moving in with a host family to be closer to the club, away from home, away from his family. When a young teenager, alone, betting everything on a dream. One coach at Leverkusen, Sławomir Czarniecki, played an important role in his development during those early years. He saw what others saw, but he also helped Kai channel it. At Leverkusen, Kai Havertz did not just develop. he accelerated. In 2016, he received the Silver Fritz Walter Medal, awarded to Germany's best young footballers. 2 years later, in 2018, he claimed the gold. That same year, he made his senior Bundesliga debut. And he did not look like a teenager stepping carefully onto a big stage. He looked like he belonged. He went on to break age records at the club, becoming the youngest player at the time to reach 50 Bundesliga appearances, then 100. The world was watching now. The comparisons to German legends began, and then came 2020. Chelsea Football Club came with an offer, and Kai Havertz signed a 5-year contract at one of the biggest clubs in the world. The first season was not easy. A new country, a new language, a global pandemic disrupted everything. The pressure was relentless, but then came Porto. May 2021, the Champions League final, one moment that no one who watched it will ever forget. Kai Havertz received the ball inside the box and finished, calmly, perfectly, the only goal of the match. Chelsea, champions of Europe, and Kai Havertz, the man who scored the winning goal. From a 4-year-old at a small club in Mariadorf to Champions League winner at 21. Then came Arsenal. Under Mikel Arteta, something truly unlocked. Consistency, maturity, goals that mattered. A leadership role he had always been capable of but never quite shown before. He became a player Arsenal trusted with the big moments, and Germany always knew his biggest moments were still ahead. And so we return to Houston. June 14th, 2026, the World Cup, Germany's opening match, the whole planet watching. Kai Havertz, number 7, steps up from the penalty spot before halftime. No drama, no hesitation. The ball rolls into the net, and in the 88th minute, when lesser players coast, he strikes again. His second, Germany's 7th, full-time, Germany 7-1 Curaçao. FIFA names him the Michelob Ultra Superior Player of the Match, the boy who commuted every morning from Aachen to Leverkusen at 11 years old. The player critics said was too inconsistent for the biggest stages. The footballer who scored a Champions League winning goal at 21 that and then kept going. Standing in Houston, trophy in hand, Germany's World Cup campaign has begun, and Kai Havertz is leading it. Football does not reward the most talented. It rewards the most determined. The ones who keep showing up through criticism, through doubt, through the seasons nobody remembers. Kai Havertz has been through all of it. The long commutes as a child, the pressure of a massive price tag, the questions about whether he truly belonged at the top. And every single time, he answered with his feet. His grandfather started this story in a small town called Mariadorf. Kai is still writing it on the biggest stage in the world. Some players play for the applause. Kai Havertz plays through the silence and lets the moment speak. Comment which rising star we should cover next, and subscribe so you never miss an untold story.